Hi there, good morning. It's Lori from Lollipop Paper and Ink. Thanks so much for joining us today for our Wednesday morning Facebook Live. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was just caught up in the new catalog and I had to literally put it down so that I could get on my live here today. So, okay, so it looks like we're here. Let me see if I can switch it over to, share it over to the Lollipop Papers page and the group over there. So let's see, we'll do that quick while we're waiting for some people to hop on. My Lollipop Papers page is where I have we have challenges, we have free PDFs, we have freebie Fridays, and we just post and inspire each other. Just pop over there and check it out. Ask to join and we'll be able to get you right in. I also have a Lollipop Paper and Friends group, and that's where you don't even have to join. You just pop over and be able to share whatever you're working on for the month. And I just posted the new graphic for December. So that means you just post anything that you want, that you're working on this month. It doesn't have to be Stampin' Up. It doesn't even have to be stamping. It can just be anything where you're being creative. And I would just love for you to share that with us. So, okay, it looks like I have a few here. So welcome, ladies. Today, before we get started, I had a little mistake. I waited too long, apparently, to check my Facebook Live from 2 weeks ago because I didn't do it last week for because of Thanksgiving. So, and it was very weird because all of the comments except like 3 or 4 had disappeared. So I don't know who shared and who commented that they shared, or even any of your comments. So I'm sorry about that. I'll learn. I'll know next time to make sure that I pick a comment like pretty soon after the date that it's that the replay is on. So what I'll do is last time we had the Seasons of Fun stamp set, and so this week I was planning to, before I realized that I messed up, I was planning to give away the Welcoming Woods stamp set. And so what I'll do is next week I will pull for 2 names and I'll get these stamp sets right out to you. Thanks, Linda. Thanks for sharing. Good morning. So that is, so that's what I'll do. And I apologize, but I'll definitely get those out and like right away, right after our live next week. Okay, so today what I'd like to do is I would like to go through just a few of the bundles that are on the last chance list, which if you're not familiar, it's the retiring list from just the recent July to December holiday catalog. So those items, what's not being carried over, and there was a really nice list of ones that are being carried over, but the ones that are not, they are on the last chance list. People are able to purchase from that list starting today, and there are a lot of many items that are already discounted. So the thing with that is that it's a one-time deal. It's once they're out of stock, that's it. They're gone forever. So so I just wanted to go through a few. I'm going to put the camera down, but I wanted to go through a few of the bundles that I had some favorite projects that I had worked on. So just to refresh your memory a little bit about how fantastic these bundles are. So we're just going to go through that really quickly, and then I have a 5-minute gift card holder project for you that will literally just take 5 minutes. So let me put the camera down, and I'm going to start with the Whimsical Trees, and that one, this is the one we're going to be doing our gift card holder with today also. So this Whimsical Trees. Beautiful, beautiful set. So here are just a few of the ones that I worked on. And all of these I would say, I'm assuming all of these are on the blog. They got on the blog at some point during the last few months. So if you wanted to check the blog, and you can see the step-by-step and more pictures from there. So I have this one, of course. This is my favorite color, the soft succulent. So that was my first to do. This one is also, now this also showcases the Whimsy and Wonder DSP, so which is also on the list, which is an integral part of this. The DSP is just gorgeous. It's a specialty paper. It has little bits of silver. So here's another one that I did. Some of these I did for my during my club my card club projects. This one here opened up. I think we did this one time on a Facebook Live, just this little fancy fold. Here's another one, just really showcasing, not much stamping, but showcasing the beautiful DSP. And this was another also of that fancy fold. So that's the Whimsical Trees, and that is already on the list. My next one up is the Pretty Pumpkins, which I love too. I don't have that many, I think, because so the dies and the stamp set are on the list. And I was saying that I don't have so many of these projects left over, I think because I used this one for so many of my Thanksgiving cards and fall cards that I had already given away. So here are these beautiful dies that go with that set, pumpkins, and this one I used a different bundle for, but I just wanted to show you that the pumpkin die here. So that was part of my Pretty Pumpkin set. Next I have, and this one I just did last month with my online class, the November online class, and this was the Sweet Little Stockings. This again came with so adorable DSP that that was really what sold me to it. So this was on my blog just recently, either yesterday or the day before. But a lot of this is just some use with blends markers, and same thing here. I did a little fussy cutting here too. This definitely was part of the online class. This ribbon here, the pool party striped ribbon, is also on the list. Here's just another one that I fussy cut out of my favorite little Bella picture. And here these were bonus projects, I believe, and I just used the Wintry mix, the Wintry 3D embossing folder. And so here's just some of these cute little fun folds. Okay, so that is the Sweet Little Stockings. Then I have this Merry Snowflakes, and I don't remember. I think maybe this was my class last month. I'm not sure. But this one, really pretty stamp set, really pretty snowflakes, nice sentiments. And I did match this up with the Whimsy and Wonder DSP also. So that is that one. And good morning, ladies. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And let's just do a few more, and then we're going to get to our quick little gift card. So this was another one that I used. This is the Time of Giving bundle, and this had those gift-giving dies, which you all know that I just loved. These snowflakes, the Santa's sleigh here, and then ornaments, which I backed up with some of that bedazzling paper. So this was one of my favorites too. I just loved working with those dies. And this one we had our creative retreat with this bundle. These were our make and takes, and it's the frosted gingerbread set. And these are just a few of the ones that I had done for, some of them were for the creative retreat, some of them were just for fun. And this was a little bit of a fun fold, and got to use all of the beautiful stamped images there, and another holiday card. So I'm glad I got to show you all these before I go give them away for my Christmas list, my holiday list. This other one here, was the Words of Cheer bundle. And this one was, I did this a few weeks ago, and I did like a stepped up version. I started with really simple, just a simple stamped image, and then worked my way this way for this one, where I just used a little bit of a watercolor, squirting the, spritzing the image on the block before I actually stamped it. And I really loved the way that one came out. And then this one was really dazzling with the paper and the die cut. So this has really nice die cuts to it. So we always love word die cuts. They can just be used with anything. And then this one I just did also, really it didn't have to be a holiday. I switched up the colors a little. And for here, this says happy wishes to you and yours. But I just cut off the happy because I already had it in the die cut right there. So that was that one. And this was another one that I used. I don't actually have any because this one I definitely gave away. All of my Gorgeous Leaves cards that I had created for Thanksgiving and Halloween and just fall. And then this is the last one that I have pulled. And these are just the ones that I have, but the list is enormous. So I'm going to post the link so that you can pull up the list. I think I have it on my blog, but just to make it easier for you, I'll have that on there. And this is, so this was from the Sweets and Treats, and this was one of my online classes also. And these are just cute, cute little images. And that you could just use all year. It says Christmas, but it also says birthday, treat. I mean, you could just use it all year long. Okay, and also, so the last chance list is out. It's good. It's started today. It is, everything is while supplies last. Some of them, and actually, let me show you here the list that I have. The stockings dies from the Sweet Little Stockings, they are 50% discounted. So they're only $15.50. The Christmas Cheer dies are discounted 50%, so they're only $17.50. And the Snow Buddy Better stamp set is down to $16.80. And the Snow Buddy Better stamp set is, I hope that doesn't sell out too quickly, because that's what my December online class is. So I hope that hangs around a little bit. This was another an embossing folder, the star-crossed embossing folder. And I know I have a few projects that I used with this. I just couldn't pull them out fast enough, I guess. So, all right, so I just wanted to tell you that, and then also I wanted to tell you about the clearance rack, which has been refreshed as of this morning or last night. But when I got up this morning, there was a whole lot more items on there. So you need to check out both while you're there at my store. Okay, so let's do this really, really simple gift card holder. And what I did here was I used the Ombre Bags that we have that are in the annual catalog. So I just folded it over, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Now this is very pink, you know, that's really not my jam to have something this much pink, but I do love this paper, and I love these little trees. So here is where this top piece is where you could just put your gift card, Starbucks, Dunkin', whatever. You put that right in there. So, and then here is where you can write your sentiment or your message to whomever you're sending it to. And it's really quick and easy. Let me show you how I did that. I'm going to use a different bag, a color bag. Actually, this is my last soft succulent bag because I just love it and I just use it. Everything soft succulent is gone in a matter of days around here. Okay, so let me put this out here for you. This is just the, I don't know when I'll get this on the blog. So these are the measurements that I'm going to be using. There's really not that many. And I'm going to bring out my trimmer only because I want to have a nice crisp crease here. But what we did was let me move this out of the way for just a second. We're taking one of these ombre bags. This is the soft succulent. This one was the polished pink. And you can see it looks like I have DSP here, but that's just the bottom of the bag. So that's what makes it look so cool. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be folding it up like this, because we want it to be, we're going to cover that. So what we'll do is we'll score it on the back side of it. So I'm going to score it at 2 3/4 lightly, because it is, you know, it's a very thin bag. Well, I think I could go a little bit harder than that. Okay. All right, that's all we need our trimmer for today. And so I'm just going to fold this over and give it a nice crisp burnish. Let me get my scoring tool out. Oh, it's stuck. Okay, so this is just gonna go so it's nice and flat. Okay, that's it. We almost have it done. Let's just do some adhering of just getting these layers. Well, let me stamp on them first, and then we can do that. So I'm using my background is actually I'm using Mossy Meadow, because that is what was part of the DSP, which I already took. So I always do check that and make sure that my colors are coordinated as per what Stampin' Up! Tells me. I kind of believe them. So let me just, oh, I was going to stamp on this first. So let me get some, oh, I buried it. It was my first one here. Oh boy. I meant to put it aside, and I didn't. Okay, here it is. So I'm just going to take out 2 sentiments. This one is going to go on the little, I'll do the same ones that I had done before. And this one just says, let your heart be light. And then I will put, let's see, what did I do on this one? I can do 2. I'll do a sentiment and my little tree. All right, so let's just put this here. This one says, may the love of the season warm your home and fill your heart. So this is going to go on the big guy. And let's see. I think I want that top part. The other one looks a little rough. Okay. And I'll get that out of there. And then this one I will put the let your heart be light. And this is going to go way up on top. Okay, get that out of there. And I do want to add on my little tree, because that's a pretty big space. So let me just, we want to fill it a little, but that is the space that you'll be using for your sentiment that you're going to sign or explain to somebody. So let's just put that little guy right underneath there. Okay. All right, here we go. Done stamping. Now, let's just get these on top of the layers, and here are the measurements again for those. Can you see that? Move that there. All right, let's do that. Yes, I agree, Linda. I love that pretty pumpkin bundle. The dies were so different and so original. All right, let's just put this here. And this one is going to layer up nicely on here. It's not an actual square. I just wanted this piece, this back piece, to be larger so that it's going to slip right into here. And this one is going to slip right into there. Okay. So I cut this DSP already. So this is 4.5 by 2.5. And this is going to go right onto the front panel here, just to cover up that seam. Okay. And that just fits nicely right in there. Okay, now let's just do a little, I just love these trees. So before they're gone forever, I wanted to play with them just one more time. So I'm going to put a large one and a small one on one side. And I'm just going to put some seal on there. And let's see, make sure he's straight, and the same thing. And I'm not going to worry about the trunk. It's so skinny that if I tried to, it would get glue all over it, so I don't want to do that. Okay, come on, there you go. And then one more on the other side. I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. We did. Had the kids here, had my Connecticut boys here for a few days afterwards, so that's always special. All right, so this guy's going to fit right in there. This one is going to fit right in here. So, and you could have changed this. You could have used I could have used the soft succulent too. So either way, whoops, either way is fine. And then I'm just going to wrap it so that just gives it a little bit of something, something. But what I'll do here is I'll just put glue dots. You don't have to, because if you're wrapping it, it will stay in place. But I like the idea of it being more of a pocket. But I don't want the adhesive to get on there and to ruin the, not ruin it, but make it difficult if it's not exactly on the edge. So I'm just going to put one here. And one here, and then this way I know they're not going anywhere. All right, let's take our little bit of our organdy ribbon, this glittered ribbon, which is beautiful. Oh, my tree is moving. Where are you going, fella? All right. Okay, so let's just make a little bow, not a bow, just to make a little knot. And then we will be almost done. And if your trees get a little wonky, that's all right. You can just fix them up a little bit. And if you wanted to put a little wink of Stella on the trees, that would be cute too. And it'd bring out more of the glitter of this beautiful ribbon. There we go. Okay. See, that was no more than 5 minutes. Oh my goodness, I hope the screen looks like it's frozen. I hope I'm not frozen, people. What's happening? All right, I'm going to keep going. Hopefully it's not. If it is, I will try to redo it or see what I can do after we're done. And then we also could add a few little gems to here. I think I'll do the soft succulent. And, okay, let's see. Where am I going to put that? I think I'll just put it right up here, so they know to open it up. And this should fit nicely right into an envelope if you are mailing something like this. So there you go. All right, I'm going to bring you back up, and I hope. Okay, good. I'm not frozen. It's funny because I'm looking at my my Facebook page, and it's completely frozen. I don't even know when it stopped, but as long as you all can hear me and see what I did, that makes me happy. Okay, so we're done. That was no more than 5 minutes. It was quick and easy. Even if you have another kind of gift bag, I use the ombre gift bags, but you can just make a gift card out of anything like that. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you enjoyed our little stroll through the last chance list. I didn't do the stamp sets. I just wanted to show you the ones that I had done, that I had pulled up some projects with, that I had done, and that were kind of my favorites. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take a look and see both, like I said, the clearance rack and the last chance list is up. They're all while supplies last, and they don't last very long, especially now. They're perfect stocking stuffers, and so if there's something that's been on your mind that you wanted to pick up, now is the time to do it. So okay, thanks ladies. I hope you have a great day and a great week. Stay safe. I'll see you back here next week. Thanks again. Bye bye.